I preface this poem by acknowledging my privilege as a straight, cisgender, male, Asian American. I have never experienced institutionalized racism, and I cannot claim to truly understand the Black American experience. In many ways, Black Lives Matter is a movement and reflection of my privilege. That being said, I hope you can still appreciate my poem on the hypocrisy of the All Lives Matter countermovement. Thank you. All lives matter, all lives matter, all lives matter. All, adjective, the whole of, the whole number of, used in referring to individuals or particulars, taken collectively. Etymology, Middle English. Example, all the students, all the friends, all the participants, all lives. All Americans, all Black Americans, all impoverished Black Americans, all lives matter. All American lives matter, all Black lives matter, all Black lives matter. You see, this is my natural instinct. I grew up competing in spelling bees. I've been surrounded by words my entire life. I've learned how to chop them down into each of their parts, boil them to discover their meanings, and mix them together with spice to express my emotions. Yet when I heard about the deaths of Ahmaud, Arbery, and George Floyd, I was lost for words, because we've already said all that we should have needed to say. But when poor Black families still don't have enough to eat, and they get 40 to life for making money off the streets, when Americans are shot by a judicial system that sees people as Black before human, where your guilt is determined by the parts of you that have melanin, when folks can be killed at a traffic stop, or when selling CDs, or while wearing a hood, or playing airsoft, or when jogging, or when living their life just for being Black, but the white cop still comes off as the victim under attack, when a whole beautiful race cannot breathe, and they're preaching, and they're praying, and they're kneeling, and their fists are up, and their hands are up, and their hands are up. The only thing I will say is that not all lives mattered then. But we've been repeating this for a long time, haven't we? And I guess there's no change in a country built on slavery 155 years since the Civil War, and still, I can't spot the difference between Trayvon Martin and Emmett Till. And George Floyd just seems like the latest link in this chain. Another sad lyric in the newest J. Cole refrain. And speaking of rappers, Tupac, Juice, and X are cruel reminders that this country wasn't built for Black success. While Kobe and Jimmy always make me wonder why America needs so many young Black martyrs to recognize that Black Americans need to fight more than just the streets. They need to work against our unacknowledged and broken history. And that's the problem with simply saying all lives matter, because this movement is just more evidence of our racial ladder. Because saying all lives matter is like putting a full body cast on to heal a broken arm. Yes, everybody has bumps and cuts, scrapes and bruises, but we need to help the people who have been battered by a society that has never acknowledged their 400 years of racial abuses. And it's so American, isn't it? Because the narrative always seems to highlight those with privilege, but the goal of Black Lives Matter was never creating racial divide, or even simply highlighting police homicide. No, Black Lives Matter is about protesting that discrimination is still institutionalized, that the criminal justice system is still deeply racialized, that unarmed Black deaths are never publicized, and we cannot stop preaching, we cannot stop praying, we cannot stop protesting, we cannot stop fighting until this is recognized. Thank you.